I left to go self-employed. I left a job that I really didn't like with a month's salary in my pocket and bills to pay 3 years ago, and I set off doing the thing which I know and love, which is marketing. And I'd been doing that quite successfully, but then I had a baby, Chloe, who's now 17 months, and because I'd kind of enforced on myself maternity leave of a few weeks, I got bored after 2 and decided that I didn't like being stuck doing nothing apart from just kind of looking after a baby, because she didn't really do very much. And actually now would be a really good time to start using what I know from my marketing experience and qualifications and actually market something that's mine. And that's why I did it. And I went along to chat to my friend who has a day job as well, and she runs a chain of children's day nurseries. But we both felt the same way because she's got a marketing background as well. And we just kind of were trying to come up with a business, but we had criteria. There was quite a lot of planning. It sounds much grander than it actually was. It was kind of right, okay, what does it need to do? And it needed to be part-time to fit around our day jobs initially, because who knows what will happen in the future, but now. It had to be in something in which we had an interest, an emerging market, something where we could be kind of big fish quite quickly, something which involved high value items, which were small to store and to post. So we kind of had all of these ideas in our heads, and we went through everything from, I don't know how wellies got in there, but wellies was one of them. They're not particularly small, but like hair bubbles, just loads of stuff, and we're kind of texting each other backwards and forwards. And then one day, bizarrely, Kate texts me on a Saturday afternoon and went, men's makeup, and I said, yeah, that's it, that's what it is, because at the time there was a guy on Big Brother who was wearing it, and the guy liner and mascara had been in the papers, but nothing much had happened after the initial launch. I said, yeah, we can make a difference there, and we are.
Mark, from your perspective, from your background, you started about a year ago. Again, you know, you had a job. What was different about doing it for yourself to being part of somebody else's organisation?
It was quite scary. I remember waking up the next day after we'd handed in our resignation, thinking, where do we go next? And it was literally put the kettle on, put some toast in, sit and watch Jeremy Kyle, and suddenly our lives didn't seem so bad compared to some of the ones on there. But it was a bit strange, because we planned, we were trying to do a management buyout of the business that we were in, and it was myself and the creative director and the studio manager all looking at where could we take this business next. And suddenly, one week we found out that just wasn't feasible, it wasn't going to happen. For a number of reasons, and we decided we've got to go and do it for ourselves. So the guys that were advising us said, look, the best thing to do is go around the corner, put a new sign up, set yourselves up again, and start from scratch. So it was not what we'd anticipated our future would be. We thought we were going to be working in the company that we'd been in for 7 or 8 years, taking that on to the next level. And then suddenly we're waking up the next morning thinking, we're starting again, where do we go? So we literally had to start thinking of a name, a brand, how we were going to talk about ourselves, who we were going to try and pitch to. Obviously, we were wrapped up in some of the legalities of coming out of a company, who we could talk to, who we couldn't talk to for suppliers and potential clients. So it was really a fairly scary but very exciting time for us, really. It was a little bit different for me because I was a director of the old business and a part shareholder, where the other two were very much employees. So they were moving from being an employee to a business owner. I'd had a little bit of experience in that before, so although it was scary for all three of us, I think that the leap for the other two guys to take was a little bit bigger than mine. Just a completely different mindset from being an employee to actually the buck stops at you, which is a strange thing to wake up to in the morning sometimes.